All right, how y'all doing? How everybody doing?
Hey, hey.
Yo, what's up, y'all?
They falling in. Good Lord. Y'all ain't never came in the room that fast. Y'all jump up in here like. How you doing, Miss Bayless? I see you. How you doing, Miss Shemaine? All right, we'll let a couple more people get in, y'all, and then we'll start. Hello, Miss Kennedy. I see you.
She said, "Don't start hating, Anthony."
Let me give me the blues. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? We'll have 15 lives. The first 3 minutes, we got 3 people. Y'all got 30 in here right now. What's going on? All right. Hope everybody had a blessed Thursday, or having a blessed Thursday. Hello, Miss Thomas.
She said, we gotta behave. That's right. But we got a guest, but technically he's not a guest, so you know. But y'all still gotta behave.
And when the principal leave, we get to do what we do.
Not the principal.
Hello, Miss Randall. I see you. Thank you. Thank y'all for coming in. All right. We can't have him seeing us act out. He already know.
Y'all do know he can watch the videos, right?
Yeah. Early in the mornings. Don't do nothing early in the morning. That's when he in there. I know that. When he go to work, you gotta worry about it. He good. All right. That's it. She said, "Don't do it, Angelo." Don't watch the videos.
Don't do it. Oh Lord.
All right, y'all. You wanna? What in the world? Everybody like, hey, listen.
You ain't saying nothing.
Oh,
I said
okay.
what you wanna.
Yeah. We want to introduce. I mean, we ain't got to introduce him or anything, but he introduced himself. But I'm gonna go and get mine out of the way. Y'all know I'm Flawless 615, Anthony Alexander, the admin of DTF Cove, and I appreciate y'all coming out. And I hope you got some questions, about DTF. We're gonna try to get them answered the best way we can.
What's up, everybody? I am Ashley from Ambition Craft, and I am the other one of the other admins of the group. Welcome all new members. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Today will be actually a good day to ask any questions. And that's about it.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? My name is Angelo from Cosmos Inc., and I am here live with Ashley and Anthony, and they are going to be walking you all through DTF. I mainly only do sublimation. I'm going to say mainly. I myself only do sublimation, but I have been looking at DTF. It has been very interesting. So we got Ant, we got Ashley, and they're here to pretty much lead the way going into the journey of DTF. And yeah, y'all, I may be a little antsy, I may be a little animated. I just did another YouTube video today, so it's still running. It's still running through my system from recording.
Man, I wish it would run through my system like that. I can't get past the first video.
Hey, when you in the zone, you in the zone.
Yeah. But we'll start off, y'all. If y'all got any questions, y'all can come on in with your questions. Like I said, this is the best time. Well, it's a good time. We do this every Thursday of the week to try to get questions answered. So we can talk to you not talk to you one-on-one, but you can hear us actually telling you about just, post it into the group or whatever. So if you have any questions or have any problems right now, it'll be the best time to ask.
We got a question.
Yeah.
Miss Treva says, hello, I do sublimation as well, and I'm interested in starting DTF. How do I get started? Well, Miss Treva, you will need a printer. You will need ink, film, powder. You need your software as well as your refillable ink cartridges. Those are I don't even know how many there was. Actually, 7 things that you need to actually get started with DTF. There is today. I updated the post. If you go into the announcement section, it has everything that you need to get started. It has links to who we are affiliated with as of right now. It has everything you need in it to get started.
All right. All right, don't be acting shy now, y'all. Come on with these questions.
You're welcome. Anybody got their printers in this week?
Oh.
Angelo, you got a question?
Oh, my bad. Hey, Angelo, when is the estimated time frame for the release of your DTF ink? Right now, it could be a month or 2, mainly because I got to get it in. Then when I get it in, I got to do some stuff with it. I got to send it off. I got to get color profiles done. So once all that's finished, then I can have an exact date of when I'll have it. But I'm looking at roughly 30 to 60 days before it gets in.
Cool.
All right, y'all just got a gym. Y'all heard that? So don't be asking me next week.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he gonna have to say it again before the last.
Somebody have another question. Which one is better between the two and why? Honestly, it really depends on what you're making. The same thing can be said about what's better, silk screen or vinyl or DTF or DTG. They're all separate printing. They're all separate printing processes, which means that they're all going to have their positives and their negatives. If you're looking at just doing coffee mugs, dog tags, socks, tumblers, things like that, where you want the ink to go all the way into the item when you're dealing with sublimation, then of course sublimation will be your best bet. But if you're looking at just doing t-shirts, not even all over t-shirts, you just want to do this area right here, then of course you'll want to go with DTF at that point, because you're not limited by the colors, you're not limited by the amount of fabric or the different type of fabrics or anything like that. I'm pretty sure that's right, y'all, right? With DTF.
Yeah.
Do cotton poly blends as far as shirts and as far as fabric.
There actually was somebody in the group recently, I think this week, she actually did a DTF all over shirt.
What?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We doing it over here.
I'm gonna see that. I'm gonna have to see that.
No, we can't tell you our secrets over here.
No, I think I seen it. She put together some sheets.
Yeah.
She put together about 6 sheets, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like 4 or 6. Yeah.
She's bringing it too. She's bringing the heat. She did some. That's the same person. She did some ties.
Some neckties, yeah.
Oh yeah, she did a leather jacket. Oh, she bringing the heat with it.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah.
All right. Next question. How often do you need to use the printer? I only do things as a hobby, not a business. I do sublimation only right now.
Well, on the DTF side, you need to, like I tell everybody, everybody can have this printer. It's just about, when it goes with everything. You have to do your maintenance. If you're not going to be printing every day, that means when you get done printing that day, you need to run a flush. You need to flush your system out. So when you come back to it, it's ready to go, no ink in it. So if you're not going to be printing every day, you still could do a flush every day. That's the maintenance that we're supposed to do every day. But some people do it once a week. But if you're not going to be printing every day, like I said, just flush it every day. That's the best maintenance to do anyway, just to flush it.
Yeah. One more. Miss Charmaine says, will you all have a one-stop shop for DTF supplies? Yes, we will. It is coming. I'll be selling the film. Anthony will be selling the powder. And, of course, Cosmo will be selling the ink.
And trust me, guys, everything that we're doing, we're testing our own product. We just don't want to release something that we can't stand on. So we're going to make sure everything is, doing what we say it's going to do before we release it.
Custom transfers, yes. Anthony and myself are the only two authorized sellers in the group to sell DTF transfers as of now.
And our links are in the group, in the
announcement section.
Announcements.
So for those of you who don't know, you are required to have at least 6 ink channels in order to run DTF. So you have to have at least 2 whites.
Hello, Miss Tamika.
How many washes you get with DTF? So this shirt that I got on right now is actually DTF. This was one of the first shirts that I've done, and I've washed it maybe about 10 times so far, and it still looks the same.
Yeah.
No problems, no fading, no stretching, no itching. Wow. None of that. Not itching, but
I got a quick question about your shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I noticed that's it's kind of like opaque. So did you put a white on underneath? No. Okay, so you just did YK?
Huh?
You just did cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. That's it.
Yeah, and white, of course. The white is the overlay part that goes after the print is printed.
Right. And then we heat press it, it's underneath.
Right. So
okay,
I didn't do nothing else.
All right.
Yeah, but she probably ran gradient white too. Did you do 100% white? Yeah, she did gradient white.
Yeah, did gradient.
Gradient white. Ah, okay, gotcha.
That's the good.
All right. I'm gonna go over the printers, y'all, so y'all can hear them. Y'all probably hear them again. If you're going to convert your own printers, I'm gonna give a list again. You want to start off with these. Just because I'm saying them, don't mean that they're the best printers out there. I'm just giving you a list that we can convert. It's easy to convert. That's the R1400, the Artisan 1430, the L1800. The R1800, the R1900, the R2000, R2400, R2880, R3000, and you have the R1900. And those printers right there are easy conversions. When we start going up to the 3800s and the 3880s, they're a little tricky, but you can still convert them. I have 2 of them over there, and Miss Ashley has 1, but it's a different kind of conversion.
But that's all well, I'm not gonna say it.
What's that?
I use majority of the 3880s and 3800s because that was my first printer. So I am familiar with it as far as the ins and the outs of it. I know how to take it apart. I know how to put it together. I know how to take the print head off. I know how to do anything and everything with it. So I'm not saying I'm the queen of it, but I've learned it's a love-hate relationship because when you invest in these printers, you want to know what you're investing in. And you want to also know how to work on it so you can save yourself some money in the long run without having to pay a shop or somebody else to do it.
Miss Fowler, the 4800, it goes with the 3880s because you have to replace the chips and all that. That's why I said it's different. Everything else that I said before that easy conversion, you can convert them over in less than an hour. If you go by the video that I put in the group, that video contains all those printers. It's nothing different. You could do the same thing on all the printers. When you get to those 3800s and 3880s, there are different processes. And the bigger you go, same process. So the 4800s, the 7800s. The only thing about that, I tell people, don't, you start getting up in these 9800s, it just don't make sense because you're wasting a 44-inch printer for the widest you can go on DTF is 17 inches. So you're wasting, a big area that you could be doing all over shirts or whatever for a DTF. It just don't, it don't add up to me. So, but you can convert them. I'm not saying you can't, but it just don't add up.
A quick question about the printers. Can y'all explain to people why we can't convert the EcoTank 8550 just yet into a DTF printer, even though it has 6 channels?
Yes, the 8550 and the 8500. Well, I'm speaking on the 8550. It has
the same.
Yeah, it has the 6 channels, but and they're easy to convert real quick. You can pour your ink in there and get the printing. But what's going to happen is if you can't manage your white inks, it's going to clog up on you. Because the only way you'll be able to maintenance the white ink, you're going to have to pick the printer up and shake it every morning or shake it every other day, and that's going to cause problems. So I converted one. But if you notice, I never did put it in. I never did put the video in because I didn't want nobody, making that mistake. Where I done with mine, I put a white circulation system on it to keep the white ink circulating. So if you're going to convert it, which I advise you not to, that's the only way I can see it working with a white circulation system. And the XP 15000, that printer is a headache from the jump. Yeah. I really believe that Epson has sensors inside the newer printers now that they don't read the film. The 8550, 8500, and the SP 15000, they all have problems reading the film. So it goes into that group too. I wouldn't, me personally, and we don't stress it in the group, do not invest in trying to convert that printer. You're going to end up mad, upset. It's not going to work. It's going to work when it want to work. And, we're trying to print, not deal with tearing down printers and all that stuff. So just because you can convert something don't mean you have to do it. So don't think that SP 15000, 8500, and 8550 is going to get you over, because it's not. Great for sublimation. Great for sublimation, but not DTF.
Suzette says, what is the price ranges? For the printers, they range anywhere from $20 on up to thousands of dollars. But if you're gonna get a printer, most of the printers, like me and Aunt say, we like the box Chevys, and we use that as an example because they are old school, which means they made durable. I got a printer the other day. The guy wanted $20 for it. I got there. When I got there, he said you can have it. I guess because it was raining. But anyway, it was raining, and I drove all the way down there. But just check on Facebook, OfferUp, Marketplace, places like that for these printers. now that DTF is becoming a lot more, everybody's trying to get into it now. It may be harder to find printers, but if you're gonna buy a printer, I wouldn't. That's not converted. I wouldn't spend no more than $700 on a printer. That's not converted.
Mr. Waters say he want a box Chevy. Hey, they work better. They work better than the newer printers. Another key that you need to look into. I tell people to go to eBay. You go pay a little bit more on eBay, but one thing guaranteed is if they say that printer is working and they've been tested and all this, and then when it gets to your house and that printer is not doing what it's supposed to do, you can send that printer right back and get all your money back. So eBay, acts as a middle person to where your money is covered. If you buy it off of a marketplace and all that, you need to definitely get, nozzle checks. You want to see these printers before, you invest a whole lot of money in. I just recommend people going straight to eBay. You can pay a little bit more, but your money is covered.
We had a few questions. What's the price for transfers? I haven't purchased lately.
Oh, you can go into the DTF code and just pull up our Google links, and my pricing is all on there. If you want transfers or anything, everything is on that Google link.
This one, you answered this earlier, Ant, but what's the largest you can go with DTF? On the standard ones, like the ones that me and Ant got, you can go up to 17 inches. But the commercial ones, you can go a little bit, higher than that. But as of right now, that they don't have film rolls for 44 inches as of yet. But from my understanding, that it is coming. And when it does come, I will be offering it. Suzette said she paid $500 for $85.50 brand new on Marketplace.
Yeah, Marketplace, that's a hidden treasure. I've seen printers like on the sublimation side, like that are brand new, still in box, some of them not in box, for cheap, for real cheap. So yeah, Marketplace is definitely somewhere I search for first. Especially for those discontinued models.
Right. What's the best way to store your film after you print on it? Is that parchment paper?
The best way to store it is
in a tote. Put parchment paper in between it.
I keep mine in well, this is where my powder is at, but you want to keep it in a container where no moisture can get to it. Yeah.
Hey, see?
So I got a lot of transfers that's in there that I can just repress whenever I want to. That's a lot of transfers in here. Hey, y'all see that right there? Y'all see that? No.
Don't start. Please don't.
So you don't put your transfers in the fridge?
No.
No.
You don't leave them in the sun? You don't leave them in the sun? You cool, dry, dark place away from any heat source and any humidity, right?
Yes. Don't put it in the refrigerator.
Yes. Don't put it in the fridge.
Somebody says, I forgot to tell y'all at the beginning of the video, you have to allow StreamYard permission in order for your comments to pop up so we can see if we put them on the screen. Like it says Facebook user here, but in the group, it will show your name. But most of the time we have comments going across the screen because we don't have time to look, back and forth. But if you go and allow StreamYard permission, you can, your name and stuff will pop up at the, on the screen as well.
We have Miss Treva has a question. I probably missed a couple of them.
Okay, here we go. So my cousin wants me to ship her some prints to test before she goes all in. Is that how you ship as well?
Oh, me?
I guess.
Okay. When I ship mine, I just ship mine in the I put mine in the plastic shipping. I don't have nothing right here, and right now mine goes in here, no problem. And I don't ship out so many of them. Like I said, as long as your powder is cured correctly, you can ship them with no, it don't have to be in nothing fancy, but it has to be cured correctly.
Did you answer the question, Ant? Did you say somebody had before I read this question?
Oh, maybe that's the one. What software? That's
okay. Yeah. Which software is needed for DTF? How much is it, and where do you purchase? So it's a couple softwares out there, but me personally, I use CADlink and Ant uses Acro. It's just more so preference based. We do offer both. So when we start doing videos and stuff, so you can actually understand, you can get, the best of both worlds. It's more so preference. Sometimes, one does more than the other, but it's not like a big game changer. I mean, not a game changer, not a big deal. Right now, if you go, Kingdom DTF has a 14-day free trial for CADlink. Both of the softwares cost about the same, right, Ant?
Yes.
Yeah, both of the softwares cost about the same, which is $400, I believe. Yeah, for the software. What about a printer that's already converted? Epson L1800.
I mean, with that, I would look at that as kind of like sublimation. Like if you're getting something from somebody that's already been converted or just used, period, you will want to check the whole thing to make sure everything's working, right? With your nozzle checks and make sure the maintenance has been done. And the white ink is a whole lot thicker than the regular DTF ink, not including like the sublimation ink is a whole lot thicker as far as the white ink. So that would show you some type of buildup if they haven't been doing their maintenance when you go to check it out, right?
That's right. Right, you got to get those nozzle checks, y'all. That's the biggest thing. These printers.
When you go back, want to make sure they give you a nozzle check first.
Yeah, because these printers, they're not. The L1800 is the cheapest printer out there. The head for that printer runs about $100, so you could take it from there. The P800, I think the head for that one is about right at $600 or $700 for the P800 head. So that's the main thing. Those heads is making sure they're printing. So, and then you have to do your maintenance when you get them.
Yeah. I had the opportunity to buy an R1800, but I was trying to figure out if it was faster than my L1800. Plus, I want to have a backup good to buy or no. Yeah, the R18, that's a great printer, actually, the R1800. That's one of the ones you had, right, Ant?
No, I had the L1800.
L1800.
I had the 1900 too.
Okay, the 1900.
Yeah.
Is DTF waterproof? Yeah, it's waterproof.
It's got to be because you're washing it.
Yep. What is the correct way to cure powder?
The temperature has to be at least 320 degrees. That's for your ink and your powder. You need your heat gun, the press, the stove. I've seen people don't use. I've seen videos of people using their home stove. Don't do that.
Get a convection oven.
Yeah, convectional oven.
Yeah, for that purpose.
Yeah, and I've seen people, they're doing with the griddles now.
The griddles, yep.
Yeah, so make it work, but do not put that thing in your home oven that you're cooking out of.
And they put a sublimation mug in the air fryer. It ain't no telling what they're gonna do.
Well, just just get a convection oven for all your non-edible stuff that you're doing.
Yes. and then you'll be okay. But at least 320 degrees. You know, it usually take about with a heat gun. It takes you about 30 seconds to do it.
How much pressure is needed to press?
Not that much. It's not sublimation, so you're you know, light to medium pressure. You don't need that good pressure like you do on sublimation. I think good light to medium pressure. That's why I press mine on, and don't nothing come off. So, you know.
Got my ink today, and I did some transfers with Cosmo ink. They are so pretty. I'm afraid to press them.
Hey, oh yeah. And y'all, that's sublimation ink. That is not DTF ink. That is sublimation ink. All right. Hey, I got a quick question. Could you, if you could you list the printers from the ones that print the fastest, as far as if you were to make the same design on, let's say, like your top 5 printers, which one prints the fastest all the way down, and which one prints the slowest?
Well, all the ones that has the 4 whites, it's going to print the fastest.
4 whites? So we're talking about 8 color printers?
Yes. So they're going to print the fastest because they're laying down more white at one time. And the one that has the 2 channel whites, it's going to be a little bit slower. So you're just dealing with more whites now to keep those heads cleaned out. But which is the R1900, the R1800. That's 7 cartridges. Well, that's 7. Then you have the R2000, the R2400, the R3000, the 3880, 3800. The 8 cartridges.
Okay. Are all of those still being manufactured, or only certain ones?
There's still that the P8 once you go in, because now they got the newer printers, which is the P800s.
Right. And that's the upgraded version of the 3880.
Yeah. So if you take the frame off of the P800, it's the same thing as the 3880. Right. The only thing they got different now on that one is wireless. But it's the same frame. So P800, P600, and P400s are getting manufactured now.
Yeah, they actually came. It's a 900 out, or
a 9 and a 7, but I don't know. They skipped over the 7. The 7 is out, but it's not compatible with DTF.
Right.
Which don't make sense to me. I don't know about that.
You got a question, and for Acro, it says, "What white settings do I need to put when I press on color/black shirts?"
The pressure. I mean, your white should be at 100%. And you know, I don't know what printer you have, but I dealt with a lady today, and I raised her whites up because it wasn't printing. So I raised the whites up to about 70, 75. But when you printing on dark colors, you actually use dark powder. You need to use black powder. The black powder is what's going to stop the bleeding from your garment to your print. So if you don't have black powder, you need to go with light pressure, because if not, it's going to bleed through.
What does the software do, and why is it necessary?
Well, the software controls your white ink channels. Well, it controls all your ink channels, but really it controls your white ink channels. So where it lets them, you know, because we're moving the inks. You know, we got white over here. We got CMYK. It's letting the white ink know where to. So the software is definitely used for your ink channels. You can't design in your software. You can't do anything like that. It's only to control the white, where you control your ink channels.
Okay, Mariah, I think I said her name right. I already forgot if you said it or not. But the higher the number of prints are, the harder to convert.
Say it again.
The higher number of printers are harder to convert. Yeah, she said.
Yeah, are the higher number, yeah.
because you don't have to replace the chips. You got to take the chips off of the original cartridges and put them on a whole nother cartridge, and pray that they read, because they're not 20% full, they're not going to read. So that's why I say, it gets difficult. I thought I had one laying around here. Like this. So you'll take it on these right here, on the bigger cartridges. You have a flap in here.
Lift it up a little bit.
That's the chip from the actual printer. Then it goes on top of it, and it reads that chip. It's called an ARC chip. So it reads it, and you pray that this reads inside the machine. Because if it's not 20% full, it's not going to read. So when you get those bigger printers, it has to have at least 20% for it to read.
One thing about those printers, which is, like I said before, as we recommend, if you're gonna get into DTF, please make sure that you do your research. As far as the 3800s and the 3880s are concerned, when you get ready to convert, please do not mix up your chips. If you mix up your chips, you're done. A whole new set of ink cartridges for the 3880, 3800 is about $900 for the ink cartridges itself. So when you're getting ready to convert, if you're having problems, contact me or Ant. If you're scared, contact me or Ant. I went through it. Luckily, I didn't have to pay $900. I found another set. But please, y'all, just make sure y'all do it one at a time.
I might say, oh my God.
Sabrina said, I closed 2 of the white channels off on my R1900. I don't print much on it, and it works fine. That means you have the Acro 10.2, because you're able to move your channels. CATLink don't give you that option where you can turn your channels off. So it just shows you the difference in between one of them. CATLink offers where you can bring images in and gain sheet right there on their board. Acro don't offer that. So, McDonald's do cheese, Burger King don't. That's how you gotta look at it. Tamika says, what's the difference between a DTF printer and a white toner printer?
Garbage. I had a white toner printer. I had the iColor 550. I started off with that, and I couldn't never get the colors to do right. The print wouldn't come out right, and I paid right at $5,000 for my printer, and I got a cheaper printer and getting better work out of it. So like I said, hands-on. I got a DTG machine too, so I'm all day DTF. It's easier, cheaper for me. It's easy to profit.
Brandon says, how difficult is it to convert the 2880? Most of the printers are all the same except for the 3800 and 3880. Brandon, if you check the announcement section, there is a live video that Ant went live actually converting the 2880 that you can check out in the announcement section.
Oh, yeah. That's a great printer too.
Yeah. Can I download Acro 9.03 software on a Mac computer? No. It only runs on Windows. Both softwares only run on Windows. They don't. They're not compatible with Mac as of yet.
You are able to, if you want to do boot camp and parallel and all that, you are able to do that. It's just, you're gonna be going back and forth because you got to shut down it and then let it restart and then get the other one. So it's just best to go ahead and just get a Windows cheap computer. All you're gonna be doing from it is printing anyway. That's what I have. I have a Mac, and I just email it to my Windows.
Mariah says, "What do you recommend? What do you recommend to stay away from, other than the XP 15000?" The 8550 and 8500.
Yes. I wish y'all could see my setup, but I got an 8550 sitting beside me. And that's the only way it's going to work. The only way. And then I still have to put pieces of tape on it just for it to read the film. It's just a headache. I ain't got time. You know, you ready to print. You got to tape up every piece of film just to make it print. You don't want to be doing that. So I'm just, you know, fair one, I'm just telling you to leave that printer alone. And if you want to do sublimation, it's going to be a great sublimation printer, especially with Cosmo ink. It could be a great sublimation printer, but DTF, no.
What is chipless firmware, and does every printer need it? So chipless firmware allows your printer to run. Basically, it stays on full all the time. All your ink will stay on full, but you do have to keep a check on it for the simple fact that because it reads full all the time, it doesn't really keep up with your ink levels.
And Miss Kiana, the chipless firmware, that's only for the 80. I mean, for the 15,000.
Yeah.
Everything else is gonna come in with the ARC chips on it, so you won't need it. You won't need chipless firmware on anything else except for the the XP 15,000. You know how I can access the iCloud on Windows.
I have a 1400. It's up and running, but I bought another 1400. How can I make my second printer work also?
Miss Laura, the same way you made that first one. No, she already know. Have you already converted it? If you have already converted it, it'll run off the same software. You can run them both at the same time off the same software. You could actually run 5 or 6 printers off at one software at the same time.
Chipless, is that the same as a sys? No, chipless is a firmware. The sys is a continuous. What is it? Continuous ink.
Continuous ink supply system.
Supply system, yeah. Somebody said, how many again?
I ran 6 off of one. Off of the Acro rip, I ran 6 of them. Any more questions, y'all? Y'all been kind of quiet in here. Where all the bad people at?
Man, go ahead, light them up.
All I gotta do is say something about these Cowboys. They'll get started. They're gonna come out of nowhere on me. Where y'all at? Oh, here they come. Here they come. I told they sure will. Say she the main one. That's the one right there needs suspension right there, Angelo. Right there, the Ricky Green. Right there. She needs
the Ricky Green.
Ain't nobody cutting up tonight. Everybody.
Yeah, they be wearing my butt out on here.
All right, we got another question. Somebody said, I got the Epson L1800 and I can print nothing. Oh, I can print, but not the white color.
That's your specialty,
Ant. She could print, but not the white color. You need to turn your white. It's not to me. You need to. I think I know who this is because I think she got a nozzle. I think the nozzles are clogged up. You need to run some cleaner through it. I have to show you how to do it without taking those the nozzles out. I mean your dampers out, and then we can just inbox me so we can get it taken care of.
When can we buy ink powder and film from you guys? We haven't set a release date as of yet. I I guess I can speak for Angelo too, because he said it early. He said about 30. You said 30 to 60 days, Angelo.
Yeah, 30 to 60 days.
Yeah,
we gotta test out samples. We gotta make sure everything's good. We're talking about product packaging. We're talking about designing the boxes ourselves and doing a whole bunch of behind the scenes stuff that you gotta do when you're trying to not just release a product, but have some type of system set up on the back end for that product. Everything is made of systems and processes, so that's what we have to establish before we can just come out there and sell anything, because at the end of the day, we're being rated, based on our product and, our service and everything. So yeah, it's a lot behind the scenes that we're getting together. So yeah, I say about 30 to 60.
Yes. There you go. And Miss Fowler, yes, ma'am. Just get in touch with me. I can get you on Photoshop, and y'all know we got some classes coming up on this designing. So y'all, I told you what goes in the printer, what comes out the printer. So just because you got a printer don't mean it's not gonna fix your mistakes. You gotta send the stuff in there right. Angelo Ken. We got one for Angelo. Angelo, I cannot figure out how to load my back feet on my 8550.
Hold on. We skipped a lot of questions.
Yeah, we did.
Let's start with what's on the screen. We'll work our way down. I should have did that before, but yeah. All right. That one's for y'all. How much would you pay for the L1800 already converted?
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking.
Already converted the L1800. They're charging too much for that printer. They got a package deal out there, I think, at DTF Superstore. I want to say it's like 3, right at 25.
Like 32. I think it's 32.
Yeah, but that comes with all your supplies, and but I would definitely do my research on these printers, y'all. Don't, I made that mistake. I paid almost $4,000 for L1800. It's a slower, it's a good printer. Don't get me wrong, it's a good printer to start with, but what they're asking for that printer, you can build your own printer for less money.
That's right. Are there any companies that offer seasonal option or seasonal option for printers? DTF Superstore does offer it. That's who we are affiliate with. Yeah, DTF Superstore.
If you go in the group, the link is in the group. If you want to go to DTF Superstore
announcement section.
The announcement section.
I got another question. So since we know some of the printers print slower than others, when somebody get an order, at what point, as far as how many shirts somebody is ordering, at what point does it make more sense to just order transfers instead of standing there over the printer for 12 hours to get like 30 something prints or 40 something prints? Like, at what point do you be like, okay, I'm not finna even try to print all these out on this printer, I'm just gonna reach out somewhere to get transfers made because it'll be faster?
I mean, I've done Supercolor and all these companies. I think I let it grow with my business. At a certain point, you can't run a L1800 is not for to give you 50 prints in one day.
Take like 10 minutes to print one.
Yeah. It's not for to give you. It's not gonna give you that. So what I done, I brought in extra printers. I brought in more printers. But everybody probably can't do that. But I run actually 6 printers to do my transfers. So it is a point where it's smarter to say, okay, let me just reach out and let somebody else do it. But it all depends on the printer you have. The 2400, the 3000, the 3800, it could pump out 50. It could pump out 50 in a couple of hours.
Especially if you got it on the road. You don't have to keep
pump it out. It'll pump it out. Yeah.
Yep.
As long as you got a system on it, it'll pump them out.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
cool.
The two white channels printers. Now you start getting 100 transfer orders, you better call somebody.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Okay.
Yeah,
So those ones, if you get a crazy amount, like 100, whatever, you just reach out to somebody else, have them print them for you. But if you have the other printers, the 4-number printers that you were talking about, those ones, you're pretty good.
They're going to spit them out.
Okay,
now,
cool.
You know, they do have the commercial DTF printers too.
Yes.
They are cost like 10 grand, but you know, they made to print stuff like that.
It has 2 heads. It has 2 heads.
Yeah.
Make it one pass. Just one pass on everything, you know, one pass heads or whatever we want to call them.
Right. Okay, cool.
But I have done 85 in one day, one night, overnight. But I had to run four printers then, but I've done them.
Somebody asked you, Aunt, can you show me how to make a Raiders tribute?
Ma'am, I don't do nothing but Denver over here. We don't do none of that. No, I got
I just set up, but I can't download Acro 9.03 software.
Oh, if you're having a problem by the software, you can give me a call, and we'll get you linked up with Miss Kiana.
Brandon says, should I buy Acro 9 or 10? You only need 10, Brandon, for the XP 15,000. All the other printers can run on off of 9. Now we back to you, Angelo.
Yes, I see.
Well, I don't know where y'all at. Okay.
All right, at the top of the printer. Oh, who's that?
That's Suzette.
All right, so yeah, at the top of the printer, on the back, you're gonna have this latch that opens up, kind of like this, and then when you open that up, you're gonna have a slot in there where you can pull out your tray. And when you pull it out, and when you pull out your tray, you're gonna lean it kind of backwards a little bit, and then it'll lock into place. And then that's where you load your 13-inch by 19-inch sheets directly through that tray. Of course, you want to have your logo that's on the back of your paper. That's going to be facing towards the back of your printer. Don't have it facing towards the front, because when it pulls your paper into print, it's printing like this. So anything that's right here on the front is going to print on it and shoot it out the front. It's not like your 7720 or 7710 or those printers that have those cassettes on the bottom, because those ones that are on the bottom, of course, you put your logo facing up, because it's going to go in your printer like this, flip over, and then print on the top. But with the 8550, we can only load that from that rear top paper tray, the one that's on the top and the back, and goes down and go through.
Cool. You got another question?
Also, check out my tutorial video on YouTube, converting that printer. I have a whole section that's dedicated for, putting the paper in and making sure you're moving the right clips out the way to allow the paper to go in and whatnot. So yeah, definitely check that out. And I have a full walkthrough tutorial on YouTube on how to do that.
Cool. Your next question, Angelo, says, the 8550 ink ready. I've been in this group. I've ignored the other one. I have the printer, no ink.
Are we talking about Sublimation ink, or are we talking about DTF?
I think she's saying the 8550, so I think she's talking about Sublimation.
Oh, she said she converted it to DTF.
Huh? Did she?
Or maybe I'm reading it. Yeah.
Rephrase your question to put in there if it's Sublimation or DTF, and repost it, and then we'll come back to that question.
Brandon says, how fast or slow does a 2880 print?
It has the four whites on it, so it's gonna print pretty fast. I mean, it's hard to sit and say how fast these things go, but I do know that it's faster than the R1900, the 1430, the 1400, the L1800 definitely. That's the slowest thing on the market, but it's pretty fast. It has a lot to do with your settings too, y'all. Y'all asking about how fast these printers go. It's your settings. It's the image. It's how big your image is. How big of a sheet you're printing on. 13 by 19 sheet, 11 by 17 sheet. So your resolution, your settings in your Acro rip or Catalyst. There's a lot. It has to, to play on these printers.
And as I stated before, for those of you who have the L1800, you can run it on the L805 setting, and it will increase your speed about 30%. So if you have the L1800 and you guys are aware that it prints very slow, you can run it on an L805 setting, and it will print 30% faster.
Okay, Brandon, just go and just watch the video. I broke down the whole printer when I converted it. It's in the announcements on the 2880.
Yeah. Brandon, he said, what's the difference from Acro 9 and 10? The only difference in Acro 10 was basically, it's like an upgrade for, was it 15,000, the XP 15,000?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you got the 10.2, and then it went to 10.3. The 10.3 covers the 8500 and the 8550. So if you don't have those printers, you don't need that software. Save yourself some money.
I completely forgot where. Oh, okay. All right. Cynthia says, what DTF printer would you recommend for a beginner? All the ones that's listed on the list. Other than the 3800, the 3880, the P800, P400, P600. Those are a little more advanced. But not saying that you can't do it. You just got to go through a few more steps than you do those printers. So
get you a good, cool 1400, 1430, 2880, 2000, 1900, 3000. I missed one. 2400.
Is there any way I can download the Acro 9.03 on a Mac, or I have to buy a different brand computer just for DTF? The software is only run on Windows. Excuse me, but as Ant stated earlier, you can run Boot Camp or Parallel on your Mac in order to run it. Resolution makes a difference too in how much ink it put down. It does. So when I first started, I was putting down a whole lot of black ink and didn't realize it. And my black ink was running out before any other inks. When you think that the white ink gonna run out, but it was actually the black ink.
Miss Anderson. Miss Taylor, she's a big Bronco fan. She said she's about to get acquainted with the 3800.
Oh yeah. Did I skip? Yep. I bought an 8550 for sub. I have not opened the box because I was waiting for the inks. I was asking if the inks are ready to purchase because I've been ignoring the other group and been so much focused on this one. I do have a 1400, but those are for DTF.
Yes, we do have the 8550 Sublimation ink. You can go on the website and get it. It's underneath the 4-pack Eco Tank listing. So when you get on that listing, pretty much I only offer the 4 cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, and then I have the other 2 channels that you can add separately, which are going to be your photo black and your gray. I highly do recommend going inside of the other group and going to the guide section, because when you go in that other group and go to the guide section, I have all the videos that I've done listed in order within that guide section. So go down to, I believe, guide 21 within that group, and then I have both videos listed there showing you how to convert over the 8550 into a sublimation printer. And not just the 8550, we can also use this same technique for the 8500 as well. The only difference between those two printers is one of them can print up to 13 by 19. The other one can only print up to 8.5 by 11. But short answer for your question, yes, I do have those inks. You just have to get on cosmosink.com, go to the EcoTank listing, add the 4 colors, then add your black, your photo black, and your gray separately, and then we'll send all 6 to you.
Cool bean.
All right. So
let's see here.
And then there was 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can go down to the next one. So it says Facebook user, which is better, hot or cold peel DTF film, and why?
I tell the people in the group, you get your best results off of cold peel. Just let it cool off and just pull it then, because hot peel does work, but you have to ease it off and make sure nothing coming up. And if you just let it cool off about 30 seconds, you can just pull it straight off and no problems. Even on the hot and the cold peel. If you get the hot peel, they say hot peel, but you still have to be careful when you're pulling it. If you're doing a lot of orders, you ain't got time for that. So just press one, throw it to the side, press the other one, throw it to the side, and start pulling it. You'll get good results out of it.
Okay, cool. Then another person says, hi everyone, I am new to this group for DTF, but not Cosmosink, which I love. I would like to know which do I need to get started with DTF, and where would I purchase everything that's needed for that without it coming to an arm and a leg. Thanks.
To be honest, to give a ballpark figure, your biggest, if you're going to do it yourself, convert it yourself, I tell people to look at, you're going to be paying around $1,500 or a little bit more to convert it yourself, because the biggest purchase is your printer. Everything else is, a couple of $100 here, a couple of $100 there, but your biggest purchase is your printer. So when you start off with your printer, once you find your printer, then you can add on everything else. We have we go into the announcement. We have the new list of things you would need to convert your printer. And if nothing else, you can reach out to us in the group.
Cool. All right, Ashley, we're all the way down to the one that says, okay, I have a nozzle check. Okay, I have nozzle check issues, but I have some white coming out. We're right there.
Okay.
Oh, that's the next question. So they said, okay, I have nozzle check issues, but I have some white coming out, but it's milky. I flushed, back pulled, and wet capped, and it hasn't corrected. It has banding when I force it. What should I do next?
What printer is?
Yeah.
Can you post what printer it is? And are you shaking your inks? That's the main thing. Because it sounds like you said it's milky.
Yeah.
Sound like your inks are not combined together. You're not shaking the inks.
Yeah, it's starting to separate. Been sitting too long.
Well, we'll be offering any DTF printers for sale. Angelo?
Oh, shit. Well, we talking about liabilities on liabilities. Look, man. I don't know, to be honest. That's there's a lot as far as 52 cards in the deck that you have to deal with before you can sell the deck. So I don't know, time will tell. Time will tell.
He He got to looking around like, no, that's for you, boss. That's for you.
Are the film rolls or sheets better if you have the roll option on your printer? It depends on how much you are producing, honestly. If you're doing like for a big company, you're doing gang sheets and stuff like that, it'd be better to use the roll.
That just eliminates the feed, y'all. We don't have to keep feeding it one every time, or going through the whole rip program where it has to rip each print. This one right here, once you rip it once, it just keep printing. On the roll feed, it does.
What's the difference between CAD Link and Acro rip software? It's basically a preference. It's kind of like, maybe this is a bad example, like Apple and iPhone. I mean, like Apple and Android, because you can do certain things on Android that you can't do Apple. And you can do certain things on Apple that you can't do with Android. So it's basically the same, concept. It's whatever you prefer. But as I stated earlier, you can go to Kingdom DTF and get a 14-day free trial of CAD Link. But I recommend you do it when you get your printer, because as soon as you open the software, your 14 days start.
And we also offer the classes inside the group. The classes are only $20 a piece.
One-time fee.
One-time fee of where you Ashley taught the CAD Link. I taught the Acro. You get a link as soon as you pay the $20. You get a link to the room. What we'll keep updating and going from there as far as the Acro and CAD Link.
How would you set up an outfeed table for the roll game printing? Do you want a bunch or table space in front of it?
How would you set up
How would you set up an outfeed table for me either?
Outfeed table? Pretty much like if she's gonna what I take from it is, if she's gonna have it on rolls, how does she set it up to where it just keeps coming out straight or whatever? I have seen whole DTF systems where the whole printer, the ink, and then it prints onto the rolls, then it goes into the auto shaker, shake the powder, then it pulls it into the convection oven, and then roll it up on the end. So maybe she's talking about the table that's the collection part of it.
The way you would set yours up on yours is just basically when it prints it out, instead of keep feeding it through, it would print it out and you have to cut the ends off. And then, all it does, the setup that you have, is you're going to have to just cut it off and heat it up. Unless you have all the extra to go with it. They actually sell those that attach to the printer that you have. You can just buy the heater, powder shaker, all of it right there. They high though.
They are. Yes, Tamika will drop the links after the live. Brandon said, I will be word. I've seen them with heaters, and so I don't have room for that.
Yeah, so he's talking about what I was just talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a dope setup, but
you gotta have some space for it, just like a screen printer.
Man, you gotta have space. You gotta have money. You gotta have. I hope you don't have to have a electrician, depending on how big of a setup you're trying to have with that heater.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. You got to at least have a 240 in there or something.
Maybe. Or you could, I would say one of those convection ovens that people use for screen printing, because they do have some that you can plug into your wall. I forgot the name of it. I used to have one, but they have those. But I mean, is
that the flash dryer? Like he's talking about, the flash dryer like you got?
Yeah.
Nah, that's not the flash. Nah, this is a conveyor driver. The flash one is the one you just hover over your screen, or no, hover over your shirt.
Oh, that's the flash drive.
And then you move it away. Nah, this is the one where it got knobs on the side of it.
Oh.
And then that knob, you can adjust the speed of your conveyor. So after you screen print it, you just lay it on this conveyor belt, and according to your speed or whatever, that's how slow or fast it'll pull it in.
It's like the dryer thing, the conveyor dryer thing.
Yeah.
Conveyor dryer.
Yeah. The conveyor dryer. Yeah,
oh, that's a big boy. You really got the space for that thing.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It depends on how big it is. Like we had a smaller one, and maybe been about like 15 inches wide. About like 15 to 20 inches wide, where you can just plug it up in a regular outlet. But if you're talking about any bigger than that, like the big boys, you're talking about having an electrician and all that stuff.
Yeah, so you did screen print?
I attempted.
Like me.
Yes, I attempted. We don't say that.
I did the same. I got a brand new sitting out there in the shed. I can kick some
family
members out of the space. She said I could kick some family members out of the space. Don't put nobody out for the printer. Hello, Miss Dallas.
Problem, child.
I got any more questions?
Dallas, did you get your situation straight yesterday? Dorica says, I think she means since we use something like an empty sublimation box to catch sheets of film, what can you use to catch the roll media so that it comes out straight and doesn't bend?
You got to make a longer tray. You got to make a longer tray, and at all, if you go get into that, you got to build you something on the end to have your longer tray, so when it comes out, it ain't actually flopping over. It still stands straight, because that ink can't touch anything until you dry it. That's why I said you're gonna have to cut it off and then put the powder on and then dry it that way, because it has to be heated up before you do anything.
Brandon said he's a he.
What's that?
Brandon said he's a he. Y'all kept saying she.
Oh. My bad, bro. I'm sorry about that. What kind of air purifier is this? Air purifier? I have the oh man, the Honeywell. I have the Honeywell, and I have the let me get this off. I keep me one in here like this in my house and in my workroom. It lets me know,
I need to get one of those.
Yeah, me too.
So
excuse me.
Good. Yeah, they sell them on. Matter of fact, I seen it in DTF Superstore. They selling these too.
I saw them today too.
Yeah. So, but I've been having mine ever since I had my DTG machine. Long as I see that okay on there, I know I'm good.
Doodle Don says, while waiting for your ink for DTF, does it matter what brand ink on DTF Superstore to order? There is Kodak, American made, and no name. Is the starter supply kit significant to start?
I'm gonna let y'all answer that. Which one? What would y'all recommend?
Honestly, we've been recommending the starter kit because it comes with ink, powder, and film instead of just buying it, separately. So, I'm not sure. I think it's a no-name brand actually. Other than DTF Superstore brand. I don't think it actually, I know it's not Kodak, stuff like that. So, as of now, for now,
Man, I am shocked Kodak's still hanging on.
Yeah.
I am shocked Kodak is still hanging on since the invention of smartphones and people not using film like that no more. I am, I'm flabbergasted. The right word.
That goes right with them too. Kodak.
All right.
We got.
How did you all meet?
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Oh.
I guess I'll start the story. Me and Angelo was in a group way back when, like what, 3-4 years ago? It's been longer than that.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah, it's been about that long, 3-4 years.
Yep. And he was one of the mods, admin of the group, and I always seen him answering people questions, and everybody was going to him. So one day I ended up inboxing him, talking to him about, crafts and stuff like that. And that's how we began to build our friendship. And we've been friends ever since then. I met Ant through the squad. Was it squad? It was squad, right, Ant? Yeah, I met Ant through the squad. Somebody had referred me to him about a DTF printer. And it started from there. And we've been friends since.
Now, I didn't know Angelo. I've never, like I said, I never did meet Angelo. But, she posted something in the group, and I think Angelo reached out to me. And I always, tell everybody I appreciate him doing that, because he could have, went somewhere else easily. But he stayed consistent and gave me a chance. My first time meeting Angelo was, when was this party, y'all?
Yes,
2 weeks ago.
Yeah. It was like a few weeks ago. It was like 3 weeks ago. Yeah.
The first time meeting him, and like I said, great dude, great party. Y'all,
we know how to party.
I didn't go to the party. Y'all should have went to that party. And then he already done posted that he having another one next year. So if you're not there, you better start planning now.
Look, when it comes to partying, Cosmos Inc. ain't got no shame in their game. When it comes to partying, y'all, we
never been nowhere.
Party. I have always loved to party. My wife has always loved to party. We have always hung around the party crew, whether we going to clubs or house parties or anything and everything growing up. We always been party animals. So when it comes to partying, we have no problems in that department.
The man had 2 open bars, y'all. That was enough said.
we had open bar, all you can eat, all you can drink, like all you can dance, whatever.
DJs going back and forth, people coming from the ceiling.
yeah, and that was a surprise to me. I didn't even know that was gonna happen.
Really?
The party, no, I swear to God, I did not know that was gonna happen. The party planner was like, "Hey, I got a few surprises for you, but I really can't tell you until you come in, because I need that excitement from you, mainly, for that to rub off on everybody else." And I came in, I like, what? So yeah, it was I liked it. I didn't even know we was gonna have an ice bar.
That was dope.
That was dope.
Yeah, the whole bar was made of ice. Did not know that was gonna happen.
Oh, you did? I said, man, he put this thing. I'm thinking you done it.
No,
man, that was nice, man. It was just dripping. Cosmo just dripping.
Yep.
I hear you, boss. It was a nice party, though. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you inviting.
I appreciate y'all coming, man. I appreciate everybody that made it out. It was raining that day. It was, we ain't know, but I always tell people, I don't care if it's 5 people or 500 people. You'll get the same me either way it go. So I'm glad that I am thankful for the people that did come out and show their support, even if they didn't come out and buy any ink or anything. The fact that they came out, period, that says a lot.
Yeah. All right, got it marked in my calendar. Whenever it is. I know it's coming around that month. This time I got something for that little hat you be wearing. I got a little hat for me too. All right.
What's the humidifier for? I missed that part.
But let me say this: that while we look at it as far as because I think we feed off of good feedback, which we've been getting a lot of good feedback out of the group. Is everybody okay? Is everybody getting you okay with the group, or how we carrying it, how we answering the questions, anything? If you got something negative, this is time to say it so we can get it straight. I rather deal with it now. If you feel like we need to be doing something totally different or whatever, because at the end of the day, like I said, I want everybody to learn DTF. I want to teach what I know. I know Ashley wants to teach what she knows. Then we got Miss Kiana. Oh, Angela, I don't think you even know. Miss Kiana, we made her a moderator to help out in the group.
Hey.
Yeah, but she's on vacation.
Out of town.
Yeah, she's on vacation. She's excellent. She's been excellent ever since day one, even before she was a moderator. But the group was growing, so we felt like we needed to bring somebody else in to help us.
Yeah,
she's keeping us up to beat. We get a lot of love, you guys. Okay, all right.
And if you happen to see some hearts and some 23s in the chat,
yeah, we ain't seen no hearts of 23s.
I'm about to explain it to you. My favorite color is purple, so the heart is for me, and Ant's favorite number is 23. So that's how they show us a love. That you'll see purple hearts and you'll see 23. And when Kiana comes in, you'll see a computer screen because she's a techie. So
hey, that's what's up.
All right.
There go the first heart in 23. There it is. Somebody putting this DC4L stuff up. After the meeting, after this live, Miss Taylor, can you see us in the office? DC4L stuff that you're putting up? Nope, we're not having it.
We skipped some comments. Did we answer what is an air purifier for?
Just keep down the humidity as far as when you're dealing with inks. A lot of people don't know that, but it will dry. So it's good to have a humidifier in your workspace. I didn't know it either until I got a DTG machine, and they schooled me on it.
Yeah, I remember I went to DTF class when I had a meet and greet back in Charlotte, North Carolina. I want to say back in like 2019. And they were big on that. They said you gotta make sure that you're within a certain percentage as far as humidity within your room and a certain temperature and like all that stuff. And it was like you can't keep your pre-treatment machine in the same room as your DTF machine. They gotta be two separate rooms. And yeah, it was,
right.
Yeah, they say it's serious work when dealing with DTG and DTF.
I'm curious, can you convert a 7710 to DTF once you already converted it for sublimation?
Nope. No, you cannot convert a 7710 or a 7720, or for that matter, any printer that only has 4 ink channels. Bare minimum, you're gonna need 6 ink channels. So if it's just cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, that's not gonna be enough because you still need 2 more channels for your white ink. So you're looking at a bare minimum a printer with 6 colors, 6 ink channels.
Correct. Doodle Don says, do either of you have fluorescent ink DTF printer? I would like to see from fluorescent compared to regular DTF. I'm working on it. I'm working on getting one. I'm gonna take one of the 4 that I got and use one for fluorescent, just for fluorescent. But you got to get all the stuff. You got to have a black light and stuff like that. You got to get the inks. It's a little more to fluorescent than regular DTF. So I'm working on it though. But I am gonna have one.
And I think mom, we call her mom, but Dana, Miss Dana, she does fluorescent. She posts a lot of work in the group. So just go pull up fluorescent ink and it's in there in the comments, in the search bar. I mean,
somebody don't like your football team, man.
Never.
Who we fighting?
Ain't no behavior.
Huh?
So who we got to pull up on?
Yeah, but they always calling me. The same people on here be calling me, talking about, you know, we really do like your team. We be on the screen just showing out. I know it.
Kelly Ann says, I have met some awesome people in this group and the Cosmos Sublimation group, like Ashley and Anthony. Kelly Ann.
Thank you, Miss Kelly Ann.
She's a great person.
Hey, shout out to Kelly Ann.
Yeah.
I got my tub over here too.
A bag of candy.
Y'all don't judge me. It's almost empty, but I got one. How many inks do you use for DTF? Angelo just said that 6.
Yeah, bare minimum 6.
Yeah.
Cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. And then your other channels, of course, that come with the printer are going to be listed as different channels. So you may have a light cyan and a light magenta, or a red and a gray, or gray and a photo black. But you're going to convert those other 2 channels over into white channels, providing that your software has those particular printers on there to where they can be able to reassign those channels.
Ooh, boy, we'll talk about what?
Hey, you know, hey, I'll do a little bit. A little bit of research. Hey, just a little bit. Yeah. I'll be listening.
he said it made me listen. I'm like, oh my Jesus. He broke it all the way down.
Y'all are doing a great job. Thanks for taking the time out to teach us. You are very welcome.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for having us.
Miss Bayless, please. All these haters, man.
Y'all are number 1. Thank you. Woo.
I got any more questions?
Hold on. I'm still trying to catch up.
Oh,
somebody asking KJ why she's not on the screen because she on vacation. Somebody else say I can't see because I don't have my phone in front of me. I'm setting up UV printer. I'm setting a UV printer up next week.
That's KJ.
Oh, that's what it is.
That's okay. She in Florida on live. She said, I'm not gonna miss that live.
Brandon said I had his question on the screen and never answered it. I'm sorry, Brandon. I know that the humidifier. I know that the humidity and can also affect DTF. Is there an optional temperature and humidity that work if your printer room? I guess in your printer room.
Yeah, in the printer room on DTF is totally different than DTG because you're dealing with your pre-treatment and your printer. On DTF, you're only dealing with the printer and your inks, which is all right there together. Now your powder and everything is supposed to be sealed anyway, but you know, you just want to keep down the humidity in the area that you're printing from. And I would definitely get me one of these right here. One of these. I don't know the name of them, y'all. I'm not even gonna try to name it. It's not a thermometer, so it's something else. And they're not high either. I think Amazon sells them too. But I purchased that when I got the DTG that I haven't ran in a couple of months.
I'm loving it all. Info is very helpful. Okay, now we caught up. They back talking about the Cowboys.
Oh, Lord. Angelo, you got a favorite team, Atlanta?
Of course. Falcons all day. All day, baby. Wow. All day.
Did you tell me you from Detroit?
I never said I was from Detroit.
Oh, okay. All right. But you don't like the Lions?
I'm not gonna say I don't like them, but you know, Atlanta my home.
So you gonna say the Titans are my home, but I don't like them?
I'm I don't always agree with what Atlanta does, especially how they did that last Super Bowl. I don't agree with a lot of stuff they did. How they still got Matt Ryan, but you know, my team is my team. I stick with them. You know,
That's right. That's right. I've been a Bronco fan since I was 7 years old, so I can't change. Even when the Titans came way after that, so I can't change. And who was this talking about a traitor? Somebody called you a traitor.
Oh, me? Yo, I've never lived in Detroit a day in my life, y'all.
But your family's from there, right?
Yeah, my mom and them, they from there. But when I lived in Michigan, I didn't stay in Detroit. I stayed in Kalamazoo. I stayed in South Haven. I stayed on Lake Michigan. Like, I'm closer to Chicago geographically and driving. I'm closer to Chicago than I am to Detroit.
Okay.
You know, but I only stayed there, you know, for a small amount of my childhood and moved down here when I was 12. So, of course, you know, Atlanta's the new home. Been here ever since. Hey.
You seen the new stadium go up. You saw all of it.
Say what?
So you saw the new stadium go up and everything.
Yeah, I saw a new stadium go up. I've been inside the Georgia Dome before. We done seen even the Braves. Like, I seen when their new stadium had went up. And they used to be at Turner Field. Now they got the Battery. I remember coming down here during the 96 Olympics.
Wow.
So, yeah, I remember like going to like the little events that they had around the whole town, dealing with the little Olympics and the little blue guy, the little blue mascot that they had. I remember. I remember a lot.
So you remember Vic? You remember Vic playing for them?
Yep.
I would love to saw him play there, but
yep, I remember Vic.
Nobody in Atlanta is from Atlanta.
Very, very true. Atlanta is a melting pot. Like, it's the pricing, the pricing of Atlanta when it comes to like the price of living. Back when I had my first apartment back in like 2000, I want to say 2010, I had a 1-bedroom apartment, y'all, 1,000 square feet for $466 a month. Wow. It was in the hood. It was in the hood. But it was just $466 a month. So if I'm paying that for a 1-bedroom in the hood, the places, you know, that are more well off, they may only cost you for a 1-bedroom, maybe like $550, $600. So a lot of people started moving here from everywhere because they see, hey, you know, your money's gonna go a lot further in Atlanta than up here in New York, than out here in LA, then up here in Chicago, then, you know, down here in Florida, a lot of these other places. So everybody flocked to Atlanta. And then once they saw that Atlanta on the books, Atlanta officially closed down for 2 weeks during coronavirus. And that was it. While everybody else is shut down for months, everybody came here. And people never left.
I believe that, because if I could move my whole house there now, I would.
Yeah, out here you can get like a 5,000 square foot home on like a half an acre, depending on where you at, anywhere from right now about like 300,000 up to like 450. But about 2 years ago, you could get that same house 2 years ago for about 200,000.
Wow.
They're doing the gentrification. They're doing the
gentrification. Yeah, they are going through that. I ain't gonna lie. Especially if you go downtown, like you go find a bunch of smaller homes that are a lot closer together. Kind of like how Chicago is. You know, like you got like house, then slim driveway, then house, slim driveway. Same thing. You'll find all that downtown, and yeah, they're tearing them down. And well, not tearing them down, but you know, just remodeling them from the studs, you know, on out, and then they'll relist that home.
Wow.
But then they'll do that to about a good 4 or 5 homes on the same street. So if I do it to this house, skip this house, do it to the next one, it makes the property tax go up to, especially for that house in the middle, the property tax is going to go up. And then the ones on the sides of it and the ones around it as well. So when you start doing that, everybody's property taxes go up. Majority of people don't have their houses paid off. Even if you do have your house paid off and your property tax jump up like that, you're not going to be able to afford it. So now what do? You either not pay the property tax and get a lien against your property and lose it to the bank, or, well, not the bank, but, you know, lose it to, you know, whoever you're going to lose to as far as the state. Or you have somebody come in and say, hey, you know, we like your house or whatever, you know, we'll make you a cash offer right now. You know, what you go do? What you go do, you know? So it's happening, but it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, man. The most I can say is just educate your people on, you know, money, educate your people on, you know, ownership, on having stuff paid off, on liabilities versus assets, on, you know, all that stuff. That's the most I can say.
That's what happened here. Same thing. Same exact thing. My mom worked 2 jobs to pay for 1 house. And they came in and paid what, right at 80,000. She mom paid $80-some thousand for a house back in the 70s. They came in and gave her $375,000. And I told her, like, why'd you do that? You should have kept it. Because they took the same property and put 2 houses on it, and each house sold for $600,000 a piece. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. I'm like, why did you do it? Why? But she done it.
Yeah, I mean, it's all.
But
it's all a money game.
The taxes kept going up on it.
Right.
So, but it still wasn't. I wish she would have done it. But.
Yeah, and you know, it's all a money game.
Yeah.
I can't look at, you know, how much somebody else is making off of, you know, what I do. The most I can do is be like, okay, hey, I'm gonna charge X, Y, and Z. This is what I'm gonna make, and this is what I'm gonna go spend what I got off of it, and just, you know, let that go. Like the part of Atlanta where we're at right now, out in Douglasville, it's a lot of people have moved out here from the city, and that's because if I'm downtown and I got a house, like you said, I got like let's say a 2,000 square foot house I bought for, you know, $115,000, right? But after a couple years, you know, my house went from being worth 115 to being worth 350, almost 400,000 within those few years. I could sell that house, even though it's 2,000 square feet. I can sell that house, move a little bit further out, and buy another house that's like 4,000 square feet on half an acre, on 0.75 acres, for the same thing that I sold the old house for.
Yeah.
So now I got a bigger house. I got more land, and all downtown Atlanta is going to do is just get more congested. So now they're building up all these other cities around Atlanta, and it's just going to get even bigger because it's not like New York, you know. So New York, they have to build up. They can't build out because they got the river, they got water here, this here, and they got no more space. So they got to go up. Even out there in Cali, they can only go one way because they're right on the ocean. Atlanta, you got a few lakes here and there, widespread, but we only got one main river. That's gonna be Chattahoochee River, and then anything other than that, you can build out everywhere. So now you're gonna have Atlanta in the middle, and all these mini Atlantas just off in the distance that you see into the skyline. Like I'm for real. You come down here to downtown Atlanta and you look up north, you're gonna see these tall buildings, and that's gonna be the Lenox area. And then you go look another way, you'll see some more tall buildings. That's gonna be the Midtown area. So that's all they're doing, is just building up all these other cities around Atlanta. So the house we're at now, we bought it for, you know, not that much, but it's already went up like, I said like low 5 digits. And we only been here since December.
Wow.
We've only been here since December, and this went up like within the low 5 digits.
Wow.
Like Nashville. How Nashville's doing? Same thing. I thought it was just here, but I guess it's going on everywhere.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just sit my little tail down right here. They keep calling. I said, don't call me. I said, don't call me. Just send me a number.
All right, let's get back to it. Somebody said, not that one. Facebook user says, Angelo, will you do drop shipping? When you say drop shipping, you mean as far as for my ink, or what, wholesale drop shipping? What do we? Yeah, rephrase that and come back to me.
Say yes for ink.
Yes for ink. Right now we just ship it out ourselves. I mean, we haven't been seeing no inconsistencies that we used to see a lot back, before I had the warehouse, back when I was in the storage unit. We were doing everything ourselves, which we still do, but now we have more space. We have more a higher quantity of items and stuff like that, so we're not running out as fast, and all that. So we just do everything in house. There's really no point for us to drop ship.
Y'all have any more questions
that are DTF related? I know we went off topic. But yes, that are DTF related. Yeah.
You're welcome, Brandon. Any questions, feel free to post it or contact me or Ant or KJ. DTF ink is looking to drop in about 30 to 60 days. That can change though, so we don't have a date yet on any other product. What would be the best advice you could give someone that's interested in DTF? Do your research. Research. And myself and KJ, we are here to help guide you all. But at the end of the day, we do not spend your money. So it is wise that you do your research and make sure you do a lot of it before you jump into, and make sure that this is something that you want to invest in, because it is an investment. It's not, something that you can do and just forget about it.
All right.
We appreciate y'all.
And it is.
I guess this one is for you, Angelo. Not so much DTF related, but is the shortage of sublimation shirts having an effect on your inks?
Nope. Because people are selling stuff that's more than shirts. That's one of the reasons why I love sublimation, because you're not just limited to only doing shirts or only doing garments. Like, you can make a whole company based off of just selling custom made mugs. Like, a whole company just based off of selling custom made coffee mugs, or a different company made from just selling custom made socks. There's like thousands of items out there that can be sublimated. So I definitely don't see a shortage in sales, because especially of my ink, because there's a shortage of sublimation shirts. But what I can tell you though is ain't about to be no shortage no more. I got no shirts on the way, for real.
Hey.
So they're already here. They're already here in the United States. I'm just waiting for them to get to me, and they'll be small all the way through 5XL. I'm just waiting for them to come. All right, done tested them out. Everything went perfect as far as subbing on them, packaging, everything perfect. So I already paid the cost. I'm just waiting on the paperwork to be the boss, you know.
Hey, that was a gem. Y'all better take heed.
Yeah. We're watching that website. Is that where you're gonna be dropping them at, Angelo?
Oh, you know it. You know it. You know it. I already got the post made and I already got the listing made and everything. It's just hidden. Nobody can get to it. But once I make it visible, you know, and publish it, then, you know, of course, I'm gonna let everybody know in all the, well, not all the groups, but Sublimation Cove, I'm gonna let, you know, everybody know, hey, you know, I do have shirts available now, 100% polyester shirts for sublimation. And yeah, people can be able to order those, and they have a nice little barcode on the package. I'm a big fan of systems and stuff like that, so I had to make sure I have an official barcode so that way we can scan your items when those orders come in to make sure that we are sending you the correct item and the correct quantity as well. So it shouldn't be any mess ups or anything like that. You know, if y'all got any orders from, you know, anywhere else or anything like that, we're going to be scanning everything in by hand before we send it off.
That's what's up.
But this is something they can get if they're already in Atlanta. They can come to the shop and get to.
Oh, absolutely. Oh yeah, we open now. We open to the public now. So from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, excluding major holidays. Yeah, you can come in and buy us. Let us know how many shirts you want to buy. You can buy them right there in the store, or what we prefer that you do is go online, place your order online, and if you're in the Atlanta area, you can select a local pickup option when it comes to shipping. So now you don't select shipping, you just select local pickup, and then we get that order in on our back end. And then we go back there, we pull all the items for that order, and then we hit the order's ready for pickup, and then you'll receive a notification on your end. 9 times out of 10, you'll receive it within the hour, especially if you order between 8:30 up until like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, whatever. You'll receive a notification saying, hey, your order is ready. If you order well before our closing time, like even at like 2 p.m., and you just come up there to the storefront Monday through Friday, make sure that we open Monday through Friday. If you order before that time, you can just come up there and be like, hey, I placed my order online. I want to, can I fulfill it right now? And we can fulfill it right then and there on the spot. So as long as it's showing that it's in stock online, that means it is in stock in stores. And that's if you want to pretty much be reassured that it is in stock instead of just popping up and saying, hey, I need this, this, and this.
Oh, bang.
That's what's up.
She's a counselor, my sister. They're already trying to with the shenanigans. I'm gonna send my sister up there and get it.
Oh Lord, y'all. Oh, that's another thing. I'm glad you said that, y'all. If y'all are picking up your order, please come pick it up yourself and bring a photo ID and your order confirmation. That way, we can make sure that we are giving the order to the correct person. All right, so. If you place that order, you yourself need to come pick it up with your photo ID, and then we'll sign it off for you and get it to you.
Cool. Next question. I got a P800. Where do you recommend start for conversion?
First, you need to go ahead and order your carts. Get your carts in. And all your supplies. You can run it off the catalytic and the Acro rip. You can actually run it off the Acro rip 9.32. You want to get the 10.2, that's fine. But you can definitely run it off the Acro rip 9.3 and the catalytic. But I would start off with getting my carts and getting those chips to read.
What is one thing you wish you had known prior to going into DTF or sublimation? It's a good question. I don't have no regrets, and I say that for the simple fact of that you learn something new every day. And what I've learned with DTF is there's no instructions out here at all. So we're actually learning as we go, and learning stuff. I'm learning stuff. We helping each other. That's how we helping you guys. So I really don't have I really can't say nothing.
Yeah,
that's just me.
Both. I mean, everything's still gonna have its lane. Sublimation ain't going nowhere. DTF is still coming in. Vinyl still has its place. Screen printing still has its place. It's just you gotta if you have all those things in your business. I'm not saying get rid of anything, you know, because everything still has its lane. Sublimation, I still do a lot of sublimation. I still do, you know, vinyl work. You know, I hate it, but I still do it. So just, you know, you just got to figure out where you trying to take your business to, as far as that.
The only thing I wish I had known, honestly, before getting into sublimation, is the fact that I wish I knew sublimation existed. I would have been gotten to it if I knew sublimation had existed. But you know, the main thing that everybody, you know, talk about, especially when I was in high school ages ago, is the only thing everybody talk about was the transfer paper, the Avery transfer paper that you iron onto your shirt, and then after that, you know, people talk about vinyl and people talk about screen print, and that was it. That was all I had ever heard of before sublimation, and to be honest, in that order. So I heard about the Avery paper first, then I heard about the vinyl once I started doing some research, and then I heard about screen printing a little bit right after that. Oh no, I won't say a little bit before that. And then after that, I started doing some more research and ran into sublimation. Sublimation, I do feel like I feel like where DTF is at right now, that's where sublimation used to be at. Now you can go on YouTube, you know, type in sublimation, you go have all these videos, you know, pop up. But just like 3 or 4 years ago, when I tried to do research for sublimation and try to go on YouTube, it was almost nothing. Like even on Google, I used to try to Google stuff and nothing would pop up whatsoever. Everything was catered towards screen printing, which was big, and catered towards vinyl. So there was no clear-cut source of information as far as like a total source of information for sublimation back then versus how it is now. And I feel like DTF is at that same point right now where it could really, really, you know, be a whole lot bigger and a whole lot more organized and a whole lot more information out there than what currently is right now. And that's what Ant and Ashley are working on, is just providing you all a central source for that information, so y'all have somewhere to go to for those reference points when you want to know almost anything and everything about DTF.
You want to cry when he talks.
Like, yep, he just answered it for all of us.
No, I can't. Man, I'm gonna be that good. Don't be able to talk like that. But see, I'm still sublimation over here, y'all. Don't play.
Hey,
still sublimation over here.
Next
all right, so we got
a few more questions, and that's it. This for you, Angela. Will you sell polyester hoodies?
Who? Honestly, that is a very good question. I thought about selling them before, but the price, as far as what it would have cost me, y'all, on my end, not only for me to get them, but for me to turn around and resell them, y'all, it's ridiculous. It was ridiculous. So I was like, nah, I can't do hoodies not at that price point that was offered to me. And I do like heavy research, like extensive search when it comes to finding you know, anything and everything that I consider selling. So with the hoodies, I highly doubt it, but you know, if I get the right price one day where I can turn around and offer it to everybody else for, you know, a reasonable price where the end user can also profit off of it as well, then I'll consider it. But for now, I don't think so. I don't see that in the plans right now.
How do I flush old ink out of my 3800? If you go on your settings on your actual printer, there is a power clean setting, and what that does, that flushes all your inks out and replaces it with the new inks. So go to your settings and do a power clean, and that should resolve your problem if you have a problem. But that is how you flush your old inks out. I really appreciate all the knowledge you guys are providing on a daily basis. You're welcome. We appreciate y'all. If it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't be where we are now.
Appreciate y'all. What? Me?
Oh, they meant to say Angelo. Okay. So yeah, you look down 2 more comments. You said, I'm
okay
sorry, I meant Angelo. Hey, just give you the blessing just to take it away.
Just killed my vibe right there. Just killed it. I raised up and everything, huh?
Wait. All right, y'all, we about to wrap it up. Are there any last minute questions?
Any last minute questions? Oh, got to announce. We're starting to put together for every third. Am I right?
Yeah, it's gonna be like Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. Every third Saturday of each month, we're gonna be doing a design party, where we just go on Zoom and party and DTF questions, and you know what I'm saying, just put faces with names and all that. Come on in, and we had one last week. It was a good vibe. A lot of people came in, but we decided to do it like every third Saturday of the month. The link will be coming out before then and all that, but that's where we can just chill on Photoshop or whatever we want to do, and just ask questions and just to bring some people together, not getting in trouble.
Just having a good time, learning DTF.
Yeah. Just something different, y'all. We just want to bring some different stuff to the group. So
oh, she said, oh yeah, what about the canvases we did?
Well, my canvas got thrown out because y'all didn't want my Broncos in there. So. But keep up the great work, y'all. I've seen a lot of posts going in. So keep up the great work. We see them printers going up. We see a lot of people getting their printers. To all the new members that's coming in, please check up in the announcements for any videos and all that. If you have more questions, just post them in the group. Like I said earlier, the family, we all family. So if y'all know the answers, just answer the questions. If not, me, Tiana, and Ashley, we'll get to the questions, get them answered the best way we can. But welcome. I appreciate y'all coming over. Yeah, sound went out.
Oh, I hear you.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Ashley, you mentioned you washed your shirt about 10 times. Any particular wash and dry method? Nope, not at all. I wash it, regularly, put it in the dryer. Same thing. Nope, nothing different. Suzette, you can put your questions in the group. We have 2 or 3 Photoshop experts, I call them, because they know a lot about Photoshop in the group. So they'll be happy to answer the questions that you have.
We are doing the don't forget about the affinity class, and right after that we'll probably be doing the Photoshop class, the silhouette class, so we can get everybody on point of how to bring their designs in. So be looking for that flyer to come up in the group. I think it's still in the 2-week period right now, right, Ashley?
Yep.
Yeah, so let's go check the flyer out in the group. And like I said, I appreciate everybody coming out, especially showing love today. Now, next week, next Thursday, if I don't see, I'm about to bring Angelo every week. Nah,
just get it.
Me and my cup.
No, but I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we appreciate appreciate y'all.
Any more last questions real quick, y'all? Just don't forget about that third Saturday of every month, you know. Yeah. That's where we can chill, you know what I'm saying?
Starting next month.
Starting next month, yeah.
This month, yeah. So we'll make sure we put a flyer out for you guys.
All right. With that saying,
I'm gonna sound like Angelo. That about wraps it up for this DTF Thursday. We appreciate y'all.
Y'all already know what we say.
Peace,
what is it?
Peace, love, and DTF. See y'all later.
All right. See